be here today. It is at this building that we manufactured this party, nurtured it with very many of you who I see around this table. And it's always very nostalgic for me to be here. Unfortunately, I have not been very frequent of late. Manyora, the chair of NEB, was telling me I used to be more frequent when I was at Interior, when actually it is true, but I think it is now that I need to be here more often. So I've decided, now that I've been challenged, that at least every 2 weeks I'll spend 2 hours in this place, because our party requires the support and presence of each one of us so that we can solidify ourselves and build a strong team even as we go into the future. This morning we are gathered here to issue nomination certificates for the successful candidates who are going to be the flag bearers of our party in the by-elections of 27 November 2025, and we are issuing the certificate for one Senate seat, Baringo. We also have a candidate in Bere North constituency. We have a UDA candidate in Malava constituency. We have another UDA candidate in Banissa constituency. And because we are now expanded and we have been cooperating with other parties under the broad-based administration, we have made concessions so that our partners in the broad-based administration will, on our behalf, field candidates in Ugunja and Kasipul, as well as Magarini. We will also be fielding candidates in all the 17 ward by-elections in different parts of the country. And therefore today we are here to not only congratulate but also issue nomination certificates to the successful flag bearers or the successful aspirants who are now our candidates in the by-elections. Just a couple of things, because I don't want to speak forever. First is to emphasize what has been said here, which is this party was founded on an ideology. And that ideology is the transformation of the economy of our country from the bottom upwards. That is our ideology. And we must not lose that identity. I am pleased to report on behalf of our party leader, President William Ruto, that we have made significant successes, we have made significant progress in the realization and the implementation of our agenda, which we deliberately committed ourselves to 3 years ago. We went around the country, conducted county-level forums, had a lot of engagements with professionals and other stakeholders, and came up with one of the most transformational, most ambitious manifestos ever pledged anywhere, as far as I know. It has been a very challenging journey because the manifesto that we committed ourselves to carries very heavy responsibilities that many political parties would be hesitant to commit themselves to. We were very ambitious. We remain very ambitious. And many political parties for ages always avoided saying the things we have said in our manifesto. The few political parties that had attempted to say some of the things we have said in our manifesto never implemented even what they had said. So we have gone an extra mile by having a very ambitious manifesto. Notwithstanding, we knew the consequences would be heavy on us. But at the same time, we have implemented some of the most difficult issues that Kenya has been struggling with for ages. Since 2002, because that is the first time we had a manifesto-driven political campaign. In 2002, NAC came with a manifesto under President Kibaki. In 2007, there was a second manifesto under President Kibaki. In 2013, President Uhuru Kenyatta came with a manifesto under the TNA-URP coalition. In 2017, the second Uhuru Kenyatta administration manifesto. All those four manifestos, we had attempted to do some of the things we are doing now. We had said some of those things in the manifesto, but we were not courageous enough to implement some of those things. Take universal health care, for example. NAC wanted to bring universal health care under President Kibaki when Charity Ngilu was minister, and I think Anyang' Nyong'o at some point. Because of political backlash, we pulled away from implementing universal health care because of politics. President Uhuru was a little bit more calculative. Unlike President Kibaki, President Uhuru never introduced universal health care in the first term because the challenge was politics. He decided to wait until he gets re-elected, and then he comes with the Big Four agenda. One of the Big Four agenda was universal health care in the second term in 2018. But even then, President Uhuru was unable to lift off universal health care because of politics. We backtracked a second time. It is therefore important for the country to know that this administration will go down in history as the administration that faced head-on the challenge of inequities and inequalities around the provision of health care, and have come up with a groundbreaking program to implement universal health coverage, lifting millions of people from the vagaries of helplessness, from a public medical insurance scheme which existed with only 7 million members. Today, we are celebrating 26.5 million Kenyans already registered into universal health coverage. The target by December 31st is to have 30 million Kenyans enrolled. The target by December 2026 is to have between 42 and 47 million Kenyans registered. And the target by December 2027 is to have 56 million Kenyans, every Kenyan with a medical insurance card. That is phenomenal. It doesn't happen anywhere. I am not aware. Even some of the most developed countries have struggled with universal health care without much success. President Obama introduced Obamacare in 2016. It was challenged. It faced political resistance. It went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ended up mutilating Obamacare, and only the vestiges of it remain today. So what we are doing here should not be taken lightly. Look at the housing program. Every manifesto, both by the party that eventually won and the party that lost, the main opposition party, had a housing agenda, just like universal health coverage, but no courage to implement. President Uhuru again, Big Four, had housing. He abandoned it after 1 year because of politics. We have decided this time round to bite the bullet. No wonder this week our president has received on behalf of Kenya a global recognition at the United Nations as the foremost champion of affordable and social housing And that is a big honor for our country. It looks like an easy thing, it is not. I want to challenge those characters who have been going around trying to misinterpret what universal housing and affordable social housing means. The countries that have made it to the first world, the countries that rank highly in the Human Development Index, countries like Singapore, which is always number 1, number 2 in the Human Development Index, the one asset that helps rank a country very high in the Human Development Index is shelter or housing, the quality of the houses that the people have. Because it's one house is 2-3 million shillings. So you can imagine the more people you have with houses of good quality, the more, or rather the greater the gross national index. In other words, the more the wealth of that nation. You will be surprised, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years from today, Kenya's ranking is going to move so phenomenally. You will not recognize that the Kenya we are talking about today, what it will be 20, 30 years after successfully implementing the housing program. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends, members of this party, time will fail me to say what else we are doing. But allow me just to say we are on course. We committed to transform the economy of Kenya from the bottom upwards. We started by stabilizing the economy, because without a foundation of a stable macroeconomic environment, you cannot realize, the others are building blocks, but you need a foundation. Before you build on health, you build on agriculture, you build on housing, you need a strong macroeconomic stability. And that's what we've done in the last 3 years, stabilizing our currency from 165 to now 129 for more than 1.5 years, bringing down inflation from 9.6% to around 4% today. We have also increased the reserves, the foreign exchange reserves, from 2.5 months to 6 months, meaning Kenya can import for 6 months, even if the economy was shut down, without looking for foreign currency. Our reserves today at the central bank have moved from $5.2 billion to $11.8 billion. Today, other than that, we are aware also, we've been able to stabilize some of the food prices that had become very high in the 2022 post-COVID era. Those are the macroeconomic indicators that we have stabilized to help us build the economy in the manner in which I've explained. So we are on course. I have no doubt whatsoever. When the time comes for us to account for our first term, we have a very, very strong report to give to the people of Kenya. I am humbled and privileged to be part of this great party. And this party has a huge future. This party is beyond the current leadership. We need to sustain this party 50 years, 100 years, 200 years of consistent policy implementation around social transformation, economic transformation, if we want to take Kenya to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to be here today. I want to thank the Secretariat. I want, first of all, to thank the party officials, Chairperson, Governor Cecily Mbalile, who has been declared two-term by the SG, and I have no question whatsoever, I have no doubt whatsoever, she is two-term. The only thing that SG Hassan Omar has not done is also to declare that our chairperson, the national chairperson, other than being a two-term governor, is also fire. But since I am the only one who can certify, I am the only one who issues fire certificates, I understand why. And those who want to be certified as fire, you talk to me nicely. I will I'll declare you fire. But I want to thank Chairperson Cecily Mbarire, Governor of Embu County. I want to thank SG Hassan Omar, my good friend. I want to thank the Treasurer, Japheth Nyakundi, one of the most consequential young people that we've had in our party, doing a great job with very, very, very strong ideals and national outlook of things. I am also grateful to the Deputy SG, Mwalimu Omboko Milemba. And as you know now, UDA is bigger because now of the merger with the ANC, and we welcome our ANC, former ANC brothers to feel part and parcel of this family and give us ideas on how we can now grow our party together as one family. I am grateful to the rest of the secretariat, the various organs, the directors, the dispute people, although I'm told the dispute people had nothing to do because there was no dispute. And I must thank Chairman Manyora, National Elections Board, and the team for doing a good job. This party is a trailblazer. Last elections, 2022, we are the only party in the country that conducted country-wide party primaries. True or false? True or false? No other party conducted simultaneously country-wide party primaries across Kenya. I was amazed. It was like a general election. Only UDA. No other party. The other party were doing small things here and there. They do a primary here, a primary there. Then some of the cases, the party leader will walk with a certificate in the pocket and dish out from a restaurant. I have not named any party, so I cannot be accused. But we know parties have fallen short, and it is very, very untidy for democracy, because the party primaries is the first and last bastion for democracy. We must make sure parties conduct primaries in a fair, credible manner before demanding accountability from IBC in the national election. So I'm grateful. And we have built now on that history. And we are the first party again that I know of that has now gone into technology. We've just conducted the by-elections, primaries for the by-elections digitally, electronically. It has worked wonders. There are no disputes. And I want to challenge you, Chairman Manyora and the team, please let us work towards expanding what we have achieved so that in the next general election, we conduct all our primaries in all the constituencies digitally, electronically. And we should do it better than even IBC. So I'm very happy to be associated with this success and the hard work. And since I'll be coming here more often, I think I'll leave it at there for now. I want to thank the MPs who have found time to join us today. MP Tosha, MP, who is the other one? Joash Nyamoko. And we really wish our candidates success. And please don't be proud, as it has been said. Don't think you're there. It is not over until it is over. And today people hate hubris. People hate thorax. People want to be persuaded. Tell them why UDA is the best party and why you plead with them to support you as the candidate and also to support our party. Don't boast. Don't talk down on people. We are going to win all these seats, all of them. I have no doubt all of them are going to deliver them. Our candidates must also appreciate that you are just a first among equals. Work together with the people you defeated. Okay? Don't lord over them. They are equally leaders, just like you. It's only that you are successful in this instance. Build strong teams. We will support you. And soon, now that we have begun this, mimi sasa natoa tai, niingie ground, mimi mutanipata huko nikiwasaidia. But as I come there, I am coming to support you. You are the candidate. You should be in front. Mimi ni support system na wale wengine. And our teams that are going to campaign in various places also, don't go ahead of the candidate. Because people hate projects. People hate projects. People hate, wananchi don't like projects. They want to see the person they are electing, because that is going to be their MP, that's going to be their MCA, that is going to be their senator. So for the rest of us is to rally behind the candidate, offer the support they need and the backup so that they succeed. Kwa hivyo mimi nawashukuru sana, and I think we are in good shape, and I don't know, Chair and SG, you must now start organizing party engagement events. We should not wait for 2027 campaigns. We need party engagement events so that we can all, like bond and become stronger. And I hope going forward we'll plan that jointly and see how we can step in, especially because the president is quite engaged. I am the next person who should be able to support him, and occasionally we can now go to him when we have done a bit of homework in terms of putting the teams together. I wish you all the best. I look forward to seeing you again in the field, and I hope to celebrate your victory with you on 27th of October. And I declare now that all of you present here, nyinyi ni fire. UDA ni fire, say fire. UDA ni fire, say fire. UDA ni noma, say noma. Sisi ni wale wa two-term. Wacha nione wale anasema two-term. That's a very good picture. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless UDA. God bless Kenya.
Asante sana. What we'll have, can we remove this chair so that we can